I didn't start off meditating in order to reach an enlightened or ascended state 8 years ago. In fact, that was the least of my concerns. And back then, I learned meditating on my own simply because there were too many issues within and around me that felt that there was no solution inside. And you might have heard of this previously. My physical body was giving me a lot of issues back then. And I was struggling with autoimmune, coupled with high doses of warfarin, also known as rat poison, that I consumed daily. On top of that, I had inflammation that caused so much pain everywhere in my body that the only solution in sight for me back then was steroids. And whenever the inflammation was too bad for my body to bear, I had to go back to my specialist and will be put on steroids until the inflammation ceases. And steroids is not a permanent long-term solution, as you know, with all the side effects. And I know deep within that my emotional state was in a mess back then. I was giving so much of myself to others. I had problems receiving. I was always giving. And I was always depleting my energies unnecessarily to everyone around me. And I didn't know much about self-love, about loving and prioritizing myself. I grew up learning that in order for me to be loved by others, I had to keep giving. I had to keep pouring myself to others. And that indirectly really exhausted and depleted me. I didn't feel happy from within, and I didn't know how to feel happy. I wasn't at peace with myself. My mind was often overactive. I worry a lot about worst case scenarios in life. I was overly cautious, and I didn't dare to dream because dreams felt like airy-fairy. It didn't feel real, and it didn't ever feel possible in my pathetic physical, emotional, mental condition back then. And that was that starting point when I meditated. I went in with barely any expectation in mind because there was just so many problems, no solutions in sight, and that's the only thing I thought I could do, perhaps to get some peace and sanity in check. And I started off with that, on that basis, not thinking much of what I can actually achieve